Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stephen Jimenez from the RotoBeast team, and I'm here to present you the DFS Daily Dose for September 27th. This video will cover both early-only slate and main slate, so we got a lot to cover. As always, if you want to watch our full video, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel at RotoBeast. And if you want to play the actual lines that we're playing, please visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. Alright, so let's jump into it. We'll start with pitching on the early-only slate. I really don't like any pitcher there. I think there's one clear-cut pitcher for the early slate, and that's going to be Justin Verlander. The guy's just been great since he came to Houston. He's pitched he's had 4 starts. He's pitched 28 innings. He's only allowed 11 hits. He has 32 Ks, only allowed 2 earned runs. He has 4 wins and 4 quality starts. So the guy's just been amazing. So I think definitely you got to lock in Verlander for your early-only slate. The only other pitcher I would even consider, and I'm not even really considering him, is Jon Gray for the Colorado Rockies. Yes, he's at home, but the guy, I mean, he's a good pitcher. He has a 24% K rate, a 49% ground ball rate, 12%. He's had 12 straight starts with three earned runs or less that he's allowed. With each start, it's between 6 and 8 Ks. But like I said, Jon Gray is at home in Colorado, so it's a big risk. And the Marlins, they have good numbers off him. So I definitely think you got to just stick with Verlander for the early-only slate. Verlander, like I said, he's been on fire. So, don't waste your money. Just go with him. He's going to be the chalk. So let's move to the batters on the early-only slate. We'll start with Arizona against Jeff Samardzija. Arizona's been on fire. Samardzija's a pretty good pitcher, but he does give up the long ball. He allows a 324 WOBA to left-handers, a 292 WOBA to right-handers. The Diamondbacks as a team, they have a 335 WOBA, a 195 ISO. So when they hit people hard. And there's a bunch of guys who actually have really good numbers off Samardzija. You got Lamb, he's 6 for 16 with 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. Chris Herman, the catcher, is 6 for 16 with 2 doubles. And then you got Iannetta, Goldie, JD Martinez, and Peralta. They all have homers off Samardzija. So I think Arizona is going to be the top stack on the early slate. Along with the Rockies, they have a 6.2 implied run total. They're at Colorado versus Conley. I know people, hey, why are you mentioning the Rockies? It's obvious, but you know what? Not everybody plays DFS regularly, so I want to make sure that they know that the Rockies are a good play at home no matter what. Conley gives up a 341 WOBA to left-handers, 349 WOBA to right-handers. The Rockies as a team, have a 338 team WOBA and a 184 ISO. So I really like the Rockies at home versus Conley. Arenado is 2 for 4 with 2 homers. Desmond has a homer. I think everybody's in play. And I do like the Rockies, like I said. You can stack any of them. It just depends on, who you can fit in the lineup at the best value. I like Arizona as my number 1 stack. I like the Rockies as my number 2 stack. And my next stack that I really like is the Astros. They have a 5.4 implied run total going against Martinez for the Texas Rangers. The guy just isn't really good. He has a 357. He gives up a 357 WOBA to left-handers, 346 WOBA to right-handers. The Astros as a team, they have a 348 WOBA, and they have a 187 ISO. So, the Astros are a very good hitting team. It's nothing new. I'm not telling you nothing, that is out of the ordinary. Correa is 5 for 9 with 2 home runs off of Martinez. You got Reddick, who's 8 for 18 with a homer, a double, and a triple. Marvin Gonzalez has a homer. And then you can, Springer, Gaddis, Brian McCann, Altuve if he's back in the lineup, Carlos Beltran. They all have home runs off Martinez already. So I think Martinez is in a terrible spot. So I definitely think on the early-only slate, keep it simple for yourself. Go for Verlander. Go with some Rocky hitters, some Arizona hitters, some Astro hitters. You should be fine on the early-only slate. It should be an easy cash. Next, let's move on to the main slate. Oh, one more thing real quick. On the early-only slate, I think the only other teams I would even consider hitting-wise, I like the A's going against Ramos Ramirez. The guy just isn't very good, and we know that the A's, when they get hot, they definitely hit a bunch of home runs. So you can look at the A's on early-only and, Miami. But I'm not really going to be looking on them too much. I'm going to stick to my top 3 teams. I just want to mention them because they are in good spots. So next, we'll move on to the main slate. We'll start with the top pitcher on the main slate is Luis Severino for the Yankees. He's the highest favorite at a negative 270 favorite. He's going against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays as a team, they have a 25% K rate. Severino's been good. He has a 29% K rate, 13% swing and strike rate, 51% ground ball rate, and a 28% hard contact rate. So he really limits the hard contact, against him. He's been pitching really well. The Yankees are fighting for their playoff spot with the Red Sox. They're going back and forth to see who's gonna, get the home field in that playoff. If they tie, then they're gonna have to do one playoff game to see who wins the division. The other plays for the wild card, so they definitely want to win this game. So I do like Severino. The only problem with Severino is his last start, he got hit in the shoulder by a line drive ball, and he came out the game. So I don't know if that's gonna be affecting him at all. But if he is, 100%, I definitely like him a lot against the Tampa Bay Rays, who strike out a lot. Another pitcher that I like Rich Hill for the Dodgers going against the Padres. The Padres strike out at 25% of the time. Hill's been very good this season. He has a 29% K rate, 11% swing and strike rate. He dominated the Padres earlier in the year. He went 7 innings, 11 Ks, a win, and a quality start. We can't ask much more from our pitcher. So I really like Rich Hill tomorrow. The Padres, they've been decent lately, but overall, for the season, they're just not a very good team. And the last pitcher I'm going to look at, I think he's more of a GPP play, but I think he'll be very under-owned, and I think he has a chance to put up a great outing, is Garrett Richards for the Angels. He's going against the White Sox, who strike out 24% of the time. Richards, he's a good pitcher. He has a 2 earned run, 2 ERA on the season, 26% K rate, 4% walk rate, 12.5% swing and strike rate, 65% ground ball rate. So he doesn't allow a lot of balls in the air. And the White Sox aren't somebody that you're really, scared of. The only, big hitter they really have is Abreu. So I definitely think Garrett Richards can have a great start tomorrow, and I think he's a great GPP play. So let's move on to the bats on the main slate. I think that the top bats are probably going to be Cleveland. They've been on fire. They're going against Mejia. He gives up a 356 WOBA to left-handers, 344 WOBA to right-handers. Indians as a team, they have a 339 WOBA and a 179 ISO. So, we know the Indians are good. Plain and simple. Chisenhall and Jackson, they both have home runs already. I think it's a full stack for the Cleveland. 1 through 6, we like to stay, in the top 6, just, so they get extra at-bats. But I do like the Indians a lot. Next team we'll talk about is the Yankees. They have a 5.2 implied run total. They're going against Andreas for the Tampa Bay Rays. They just have this guy's number, plain and simple. Andreas, number-wise, he's not bad. He gives up a 272 WOBA to left-handers, which is good, but a 386 WOBA to right-handers, which is very bad. Judge is 5 for 9 with 2 homers. Hicks is 3 for 7 with 2 homers. Sanchez is 3 for 7 with the homer. Chase Headley's 5 for 14 with 2 homers. Castro has a homer, and the cheap guy at first base, Austin, has a homer. So I think Andrus is in trouble, and I definitely think Yankees are going to put up a lot of runs tomorrow. And they're one of the top 3 stacks for sure. And so I like Cleveland, I like the Yankees, and this team is going to be my 3rd favorite stack on this slate. I like the Brewers. I think they're in a great spot tomorrow. They're going against Homer Bailey. The guy's just a gas can. He gives up a 357 WOBA to left-handers, 412 WOBA to right-handers. Brewers as a team, they have a 322 WOBA, a 186 ISO. I think this is just a full stack. Ryan Braun, I think he's almost close to an auto lock tomorrow, even though he's been struggling. Depending on his price, I haven't looked yet. But he's 16 for 44 with 4 homers and 4 doubles. So the guy just crushes him. And I really like Braun tomorrow. And then another guy that's really standing out is Neil Walker. He has 3 home runs off Bailey as well. But I like all the Brewers. Thames can get one out. If you can get Sogard for cheap at the top of the lineup, I like him. One of the cheap catchers. Brewers are in a great spot tomorrow, and they're my 3rd favorite team on the slate. So I'm definitely going to work my lineups with, Cleveland Yankees and Brewers. A couple other teams I may mix in. I like the Nationals going against Leiter. Leiter's actually a pretty good pitcher, but he gives up a 336 WOBA to left-handers, 312 WOBA to right-handers. Kendrick and Michael Taylor both have home runs off him already. I really like Murphy, Rendon, and then Harper. Harper's back. You can never count Harper out. He can go yard at any time. So I'm looking at the Nationals a little bit. And the only other team I'm really looking at is the Royals. They disappointed today, but they're going against Jordan Zimmerman, who just sucks. He gives up a 383 WOBA to left-handers, 373 WOBA to right-handers. I think 1 through 6 is in play for the Royals. Like I said, Zimmerman is just not very good. So the Royals should put up some points tomorrow. And then, you can also consider Boston going against Estrada. He's been giving up a lot of homers this season. So, maybe you can get a one-off there. But that's kind of where I'm at, I mean, that's it. Let's just keep it simple. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Please leave some comments below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Hit the like button if this helps you out. And, be on the lookout tomorrow. We're going to put our NFL quarterback video out. So turn on your notifications so you miss none of our videos. And we'll talk later. Let's get some money tomorrow. Bye.